Chairs No Waiting, episode number 546, Music Mayberry Trivia. Two Chairs No Waiting is brought to you each week by the folks over at weaversdepartmentstore.com. Drop over there and check out some of the great items they've got. We got coffee. You can head over to Foley's Market there at Weavers and check it out. We got decaffeinated coffee, dark roasted coffee, Sunday morning breakfast blend, all with a Mayberry feel. Head over there and check it out at Weaver's Department Store. While you're there, you might want to check out the Barbershop hairstyle print or maybe the license plate right off the squad car. Both are there, and you'll find them at weaversdepartmentstore.com. Two Chairs No Waiting is also brought to you by donations from listeners like you. The executive producer of episode number 546 are the folks from the Mayberry Meetup 2019. So thank you for the money that you guys gave to help keep the show going. And what is this show? You may not know. This is a show about the Andy Griffith Show. We talk about all kinds of stuff related to the Andy Griffith Show. Tonight we're going to be doing trivia. I'm your host for the show, Alan Newsom, and it is always great to have you here in Mayberry with me. I always enjoy getting to spend time just talking about my favorite show and the things I love about it. And folks always seem to love when we do a Mayberry trivia show. So today it's going to be Mayberry trivia about music. So it's music Mayberry trivia. And it's not going to have music playing, but it's going to be music related. All the questions, except for the bonus. So it's all related to music from the show. Then we're going to follow that up with a report from Randy Turner and This Week in Mayberry History. So I think it's time to get this thing rolling. So let's get some background music. Get us in the mood for some trivia. Grab your pencil and a piece of paper, or if you're driving, don't do that. I don't want anything to happen to you. I need you to come back and listen to the show. But if you have a piece of paper or something you want to write down, keep up with your score. We got 10 questions plus a bonus. So I'll give you 2 points on the bonus. All right, so let's go and check this out. This is trivia from the Andy Griffith Show, Mayberry Music. Oh, that music sounds darling-like, doesn't it? So let's get this thing going. Question number one. Question one. What backwoods family made trouble for Sheriff Andy Taylor and played bluegrass music when with Andy when they visited Mayberry? All right, so if you don't get that one, you weren't even listening to what I've been talking about. What backwoods family made trouble for Sheriff Andy Taylor and played bluegrass music with Andy when they visited Mayberry? All right, so if you don't get that one, I gave that one away with my thing. The answer is, question one, the answer is the Darlings, the Darling family. Should have given you extra credit if you could name all of them, but just take that on yourself. You can give yourself bonus points. All right, question number two. Remember, there's only 10 questions. It's not going to take us long. Let's let the Darlings turn them down just a little bit where I don't have to yell. They're playing good. All right, so question number two. The third Andy Griffith Show episode, which first aired on October the 17th, 1960, features a local guitar player named Jim Lindsey. Who does Andy persuade to hire this unemployed, prideful musician? So who did Andy get to hire Jim Lindsey? That's the question number two. Who did he get to hire? Who did he persuade to hire Jim Lindsey? All right, the answer is, you can pause the podcast if you don't want to hear it yet. You can pause me. But the answer is, who did Andy persuade to hire him? The answer is Bobby Fleet and his band with a beat. Or was it Bobby or Freddie Fleet? I'll give it to you if you get either one of them. Freddie or Bobby Fleet. Because I'm sure somebody is going to correct me. I'm not sure. I should have watched that episode to make sure. So there's bonus points for you. Go and find that out. The next question is number 3, and it is in a 1966 episode. It's a 1966, so it's color. I'll give you a hint. The Barbershop Quartet is preparing for a singing competition when their tenor, Howard Sprague, is stricken with laryngitis. Who does Andy find to take Howard Sprague's place? Ooh, this one's a little harder. So, this one, I'm not even going to make you give the name of the person, okay? So I'll make this a little easier for you. If you get the name, you get bonus points. I need to write down how many bonus points I'm offering to give you guys. You'll have to keep up with your own bonus points. All right. So in the Barbershop Quartet episode, where they're getting the Barbershop Quartet and Howard got stricken with laryngitis, Andy had to get somebody to take Howard's place. Who was he? Okay, you can pause if you want to think about it, but I'm telling you, I don't need his name. Just tell me who he was or how Andy knew who he was, okay? The answer is he was a prisoner there in the jail. Remember him? Now, if you knew his name is Jeff Nelson. I'm going to give you bonus points for that, okay? So you get a bonus. Man, how many bonus points? I should have kept up with how many bonus points I'm telling you about. So that's on the 3 questions. I think I've already given you at least, if you could name all the darlings, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 bonus points. That was number 1. Number 2, I don't even remember what the question now. Oh, whether it was Bobby or Freddie Fleet. I'll give you credit for either one, but which one was it? So that's another bonus point you could get. And on question 3, if you actually knew the guy's name, Jeff Nelson, definitely another bonus point. So that's 7 bonus points you could have already gotten on 3 questions. Wow. But if you just got 3, that's pretty good. Our next question is number 4. On the Andy Griffith Show, what instrument did Sheriff Andy Taylor frequently play? On the Andy Griffith Show, what did he frequently play? Okay. So this is a fairly easy answer, I believe. Most of you have seen him play this instrument. The answer is, wait, before we give it, I'll give you a bonus points if you can tell me another instrument he played on the show. I think he only played one other that I can recall. But if you can play it. So here's the answer. What instrument did Sheriff Andy Taylor play frequently on the Andy Griffith Show? Well, frequently he played the guitar. But I was going to give you bonus points if you could get that he played the tuba in the Mayberry Band. So that's another bonus point. So we're up to 8 bonus points on 4 questions. Woo! Man, you're doing good if you can get them all. All right. So he played the guitar. And he also played the tuba in the Mayberry Band. So did you get that? How'd you do? All right, so if you just got 4 answers so far, you're doing a good job. If you got 4 right, that's good. If you got 3 right, I guess it's pretty good. But all right, next question. Next question, number 5. In January 1963, in that episode that aired then, it was the loaded goat. Remember that one? The goat that ate dynamite threatened to blow up Mayberry. Barney saved the day by leading the goat out of town. What instrument did Barney play in order to lead the goat safely out of town? Okay, so when Jimmy the loaded goat ate all that dynamite and was going to blow up the town, Barney saved the day by leading the goat out of town. What instrument was Barney playing in order to lead the goat safely out of town? Okay, pause if you don't know the answer. The answer is a French harp or a harmonica. Either one of those would be correct. It's a harmonica, French harp, playing the French harp. Yeah, all right. So there you go. So that's what he was playing. No bonus points on this one, but do you know the song he was playing too? I think he was playing Juanita, wasn't he? All right. Next question, number 6. In the episode The Songfesters, Barney is slated to sing a solo in the town's upcoming concert. However, another tenor was later discovered and chosen to take Barney's place. So he wasn't going to sing a solo. He was going to sing, or maybe, I guess he was. Yeah, he was going to sing a solo in the Songfesters. And another tenor was discovered and chosen to take Barney's place. Who was that singer? Who was the new tenor? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good question. Who was the tenor that was going to take his place? Bum, 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 bum. All right, that's it. Pause if you don't know the answer. The answer is Gomer Pyle. Did you get it? I like this music. All right, so did you get it? Gomer Pyle was who was going to take his place. You remember that? He said he got radiator fluid, wasn't it? On his feet or something. He gave him a sore throat. Couldn't say. All right, number 7. Number 7. In the episode The Mayberry Band, why does Mayor Stoner refuse to allow the Mayberry Band to attend the band festival? In the episode The Mayberry Band, why does Mayor Stoner refuse to allow the city band to attend the state band festival? There's several ways you can put this answer. But the answer to the question, if you're ready for that, pause if you're not. The answer is they were terrible. The band was a disgrace. So that's why he wasn't going to let them go. They were terrible. Well, I will admit, they sound better than last year. Oh, Mayor Stoner. He wouldn't let them go because they were a disgrace to the town, the great town of Mayberry. He's not going to let them go and embarrass the town. So that's the answer. So they were terrible. I'll accept that too. They were terrible. They were a disgrace. All right. Number 8. What Mayberry citizen surprises everyone when he wins an audition to perform in the Ladies League Musicale? What Mayberry citizen surprises everybody when he wins an audition to perform in the Ladies League Musicale? Acapella, acapella. All right. All right. The answer to what was the name of the Mayberry citizen that surprised everybody when he won the audition to perform in the Ladies League Musicale? His name was Rafe Hollister. He came in the courthouse and Barney was in the back of the room singing. Is Barney? What is that? Oh, it's Barney. How long's he been ailing? Oh, that's a great episode. All right, number 9. We only have 2 more questions, 9 and 10, and then we have a bonus question, okay? All right, so number 9. Number 9. In the episode Mayberry on Record, an independent record producer comes to Mayberry and records some local talent for an album. What happens to those who invest in the record deal, going against the skeptical Andy's advice? Okay, that's a long one, so let me do it again. In Mayberry on Record, that episode, an independent record producer comes into Mayberry and records some local talent on an album. He's making an album. What happens to those who invest in the record deal, going against what Andy had gave them advice to do? But what happens to them in the end? What happens? So there were people that invested in the record deal. What happens to them? All right, pause if you don't know the answer, if you want to think about it. But the answer is, here it comes. What happens to those guys? They receive a dividend check. Remember Miss Ellie got them all back over at the courthouse and presented the dividend check because they had already sold the record. Of course, Andy had recommended they don't get into that. Oh, he's just taking your money and he skipped town. All that, remember? All right, number 10, last regular question. The last regular question. We got a bonus. Number 10, what singer visiting Mayberry turns a song written by Clara and Aunt Bee into a big hit? What singer visiting Mayberry turns a song written by Clara and Aunt Bee into a big hit? What's his name? This is a little hard. You may not remember his name. It's a color episode. The answer is, pause if you don't want to know the answer yet. The answer is Kiwi Hazelton. Keevy Hazen. He came to town. All right. Our last question is the bonus question. Bonus question. What's the name of the man who ran over Barney's foot with a car? Now, this has nothing to do with music. This is a bonus. What was the name of the man who ran over Barney's foot with a car? You're on my foot. You're on my foot. You're on my foot. Opie, you go back in. You're cramping my language. What was his name? What was the name of the guy that ran over Barney's foot with a car? Ooh, this one's harder. This one's a little harder. The answer is his name was Norbert. Norbert, you're on my foot. You're on my foot. Okay. So that is all of our questions. That's all of them. That's all we got. No more questions. So how did you do? There were, what did I tell you? There were 10 questions plus 1. So 10 plus 1. So that's 11 is the bonus. But on that bonus question, I'm going to give you 2 points for the bonus. So according to what I went through there, which I can't even remember them all now, you should be able to get 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 bonus points were possible, according to what I told you there. So you get it. Name all the darlings. That would be 5. You named them all. I don't even remember what the things were now. Whether it was Freddie or Bobby Fleet, you can get yourself a bonus question. If you get that, make sure you got it right. I said it was Bobby Fleet, but I'm not sure I'm right. Should have looked it up. If you can get the prisoner's name, Jeff Nelson, that was worth a bonus point. Let's see, what else was there? Oh, if Andy played the tuba in the Mayberry Band, if you caught onto that, or if you maybe knew another instrument that he played on the show, that would have also been a bonus point. And I think that was, the song that Barney was playing. Did I give you that? When he was leading Jimmy out. So if you got all those, that would have given you 8 points plus the 2 bonus points, okay? So you had a possibility of getting 10 points. Woo, I don't know if I'd have done that, but anyway. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the trivia. That was a lot of fun. I enjoy these because it always just brings back memories of these episodes as we hear them. It's just fun for me, and I hope it's fun for you. I think it is because these episodes always seem to be very popular. Number of downloads and stuff seem to be higher when it's the trivia. All right, so we have some more, not trivia, but more great information for you that's coming in for our Roman reporter, Randy Turner. So let's go and hear from him.
Welcome to This Week in Mayberry History, a report by special correspondent Randy Turner of the Gomer and Cooper Pyle Comic Book Literary Guild of the Mayberry Historical Society.
In what is undoubtedly one of the sweetest episodes to ever air on the Andy Griffith Show, Mary Grace Canfield played the memorable cousin of Thelma Lou, fixed up on a blind date with Gomer Pyle. Mary Grace was born in Rochester, New York on September the 3rd, 1924, and raised in Rochester's suburb, Pittsford. When she finished her studies at the college preparatory Harley School, she did not want to continue into college, telling her parents she had already decided she wanted to become an actress. Of course, many schools offer excellent acting programs, but her parents were so relieved she wanted to do something, they agreed. Mary Grace instead studied for 4 years with a renowned acting teacher, Jason Dieters, who ran the Hedgerow Theater near Philadelphia. Mary Grace began her career on the stage, initially in small companies and regional productions. On December the 7th, 1947, she made her Broadway debut in the play Galileo, but it closed after only half a dozen performances. A small part in a 1952 play, The Gray-Eyed People, was even less successful, with that Broadway production closing after only 3 days. In 1953, Mary Grace had a larger role in The Frogs of Spring, though that Broadway show closed after only 15 performances. Perhaps it was the frustration of trying to make it on Broadway that drove her to television. In 1954, Mary Grace made her television debut and an episode of the anthology show Goodyear Playhouse. While she continued to concentrate on the stage for a couple of years, she eventually did more a mix of the two, initially concentrating on other anthology shows, many of which were still broadcast from New York City to take advantage of the acting talent lured to Broadway. In 1957, Mary Grace appeared on The Great White Way again in The Waltz of the Toreadors, this time a more successful show, which ran for over 3 months. The play was revived in a second production the following year on Broadway, where she was again in the cast but as a different character than she originally had played. In 1960, Mary Grace played the sourpuss maid, ironically named Angelica, in Pollyanna. In 1961, she played her first regular role in episodic television, housekeeper Amanda Allison in The Hathaways, a series about a couple raising 3 chimpanzees in their home. By the way, Hoke Howell, the subject of last week's report, actually made his television debut in an episode of this show. In 1963, Mary Grace played Mary Grace Gossage, Thelma Lou's cousin, in A Date for Gomer, a fan-favorite episode in which Mary Grace and Gomer were set up on a blind date, which first seemed to go terribly wrong, when Gomer quickly left before the group had left for the dance. Viewers soon learned that the good-hearted Gomer had only done so to buy a flower corsage, or corsage as he pronounced it, since Helen and Thelma Lou both had corsages. The following year, Mary Grace returned to Broadway one more time, appearing in the play Beekman Place, though that play closed after just 3 weeks. In 1965, Mary Grace began the role for which she is best known, Ralph Monroe, sister of Alf Monroe on Green Acres. The inept brother and sister construction team were constantly at work on the Douglases' bedroom. Mary Grace appeared as the character in 41 episodes between 1965 and the show's cancellation in 1971. She later said while she did not regret playing the role, as a trained and proficient actress, it was disappointed to be best remembered for the role that was so easy to do, instead of other performances that had required much more work. While playing Ralph Monroe, Mary Grace also appeared in 4 episodes of Bewitched in 1966 as Abner Kravitz's sister Harriet, when the actress who had played Abner's wife passed away and the role had not yet been recast. After Green Acres ended, Mary Grace slowed down her acting, but still appeared once or twice a year through 1978. She played only 5 roles in the 1980s, including a memorable small role in the Ray Bradbury-inspired film Something Wicked This Way Comes. Mary Grace reprised her role of Ralph Monroe in the 1990s television movie Return to Green Acres, then appeared twice more in 1993 before retiring. Mary Grace passed away in 2014 at the age of 89. Well, that's it for this week. As always, thanks for listening, and remember to take Andy's advice and go out there and act like somebody.
Thank you, Randy. Wow, what a great report about Mary Grace. If you want to make sure you don't miss any of the great stuff that Randy's doing out on the web, send him an email at turnersgrade@gmail.com, turnersgrade@gmail.com, and he'll take care of you. Great job, Randy. Thank you. Mary Grace was a great lady. I got to meet her a couple of times, both at the Squad Car Rendezvous up in Bradford, Ohio, and then down in Birmingham, there was an event I got to meet her. She's a really sweet lady, really, really great lady to be around. So good to hear information about her. All right, so let me clear up and make sure you guys know that I did know the answer about Bobby or Freddie Fleet, but I was letting you try to figure it out. If you didn't want to figure it out, let me tell you, when he was hired by Jim Lindsey, when Jim Lindsey was hired, it was Bobby Fleet. So the first time we ever met him, he was coming through Mayberry, and Andy got him and made him and talked him into hiring Jim Lindsey. Then he came back through, about 7 months later. It was just later that same year. He came back through, and the guitar player returns. And it was the thing that gets you always is it's a different actor playing the role. So the first actor's name when they came through town was Henry Slate. He came through. It was him as Bobby Fleet. And then 7 months later, they recast the role of Bobby Fleet using the actor Herb Ellis that played the role. And then it wasn't until 1962 when they did the Mayberry Band when Freddie Fleet and his band with the beat came through town, and they hijacked him into being part of the band there. So that was him. He's there. So anyway, there you go. There is the information. Congratulations. If you got those trivia questions right, I hope you enjoyed it. I always enjoy just getting to do the trivia because it challenges me to remember things. Or sometimes I don't know the answers. I have to figure them out along with you. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I do. It's always fun. I mean, how's trivia not fun? Mayberry Days is coming up soon. Hopefully you've been studying up and you'll be able to be a part of the Mayberry Days trivia contest. And it's not questions like these. You can go back and listen to some of the podcast episodes if you'd like that are Mayberry Days trivia and kind of get a feel for what the questions are like. They're a little harder. So anyway, folks, I hope you have enjoyed it. I enjoy spending time here with you in Mayberry. I'd love to hear from you. You can give me a call at 888-684-8415, or you can email me at floyd@imayberry.com. If you can't remember that, you can go to twochairsnowaiting.com, click on the About button, and you'll see a contact information right there. Okay? All right, folks, until next time, I hope you have a great Mayberry week, and we'll see you here on Two Chairs No Waiting. Have a great one. Bye.